Hello everybody and welcome to Car Confections. Now I'm standing out here in the dark next to a super important product for the Toyota brand and also to a lot of families. This is the 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander, and this of course is a family-oriented product, but you see a lot of daytime reviews, but you don't see so many at the nighttime, and that's what we're going to be diving into today is a nighttime review where we go into all the details when it comes to the lighting. Of course, owning a vehicle is about more than just what it's like during the daytime, it's about what it's about at nighttime as well. So let's go ahead and get to it. So we started out all of our night reviews by talking about what happens as you approach the vehicle. Now, when it comes to this Toyota Grand Highlander, we do have a couple accessory options on this. So I do want to point that out. When you approach the vehicle, you have the puddle lamps that will go ahead and illuminate. As you can see, it says Grand Highlander here on the sidewalk here. I think that's definitely a nice premium touch. Just be aware that that only works really well and makes a nice image if the mirror is folded in. If you unlock the vehicle, it actually kind of looks a little bit crooked, as you might see right there. This is an optional feature. It's not standard here on this limited Nightshade, so keep that in mind. But opening up the door, you will also notice that we have a Toyota logo down there at the bottom underneath of the door itself. That is another feature that is an option here on the Grand Highlander. But let's go ahead and get inside and start it up so we can see all of the exterior lights at nighttime. All right, so let's start out by talking about the exterior for this Grand Highlander. Now, overall, it does have a pretty modest design. However, what you're looking at today is the limited Nightshade, which kind of is the sportiest Grand Highlander that you can get. So you have a blacked out grille up here in the front. And let's talk about lighting, because of course, that's the reason you're watching a night review. So you'll look over here at the headlight unit itself. You do have a daytime running light up here at the top. And then this is your actual headlight unit itself. It is going to be a projector LED setup here on the limited version of the Grand Highlander. We'll talk a little bit more about headlight performance, but it's pretty good overall. And like I said, these are projector LEDs. You get these starting here on the limited Grand Highlander. The lower trims get a lower end headlight unit. One of the other things I'm happy to see about is that you have LED fog lamps. That's something that's becoming increasingly rare. If you want to see the turn signal indicator, that's over here on this left-hand headlight here. That also goes across the top here, and it's finished in that nice amber color. Now, I do want to point out that you're not going to have any animations or anything when it comes to the headlights. Some of its competition does have that type of feature, such as the Hyundai Palisade and Kia Telluride. But as far as our wheels, we have 20-inch gloss black wheels. And let's take a look at our mirrors. Our mirrors are going to be heated, power folding, and also have blind spot monitoring. However, I do want to point out no auto dimming is available here on the Grand Highlander. That's a feature you have to go for the Lexus TX to get. Once again, some of its competition does include the auto dimming as an available function. As far as the side design of this model, it's about 201 inches in overall vehicle length, so it's a very large option for the segment. And speaking of some of the details about this Grand Highlander, we would encourage you to hop on over to our daytime review if you want to learn all about this model. This video right here is going to be focused on the lighting elements that you find on this, so if you want to know all about everything else, definitely check that out. Now, as far as the rear design, we do have a pretty premium look for this model. All of your lighting is going to be LED, which I'm very happy about. So you see the taillight unit itself has that nice dynamic design. It's pretty three-dimensional. All of your accenting is LED. And then if you look over on the left-hand taillight there, you'll see that's your brake light and your turn signal indicator. That's also going to be LED. And then you have an LED reverse light as well. I'm happy to see that we have LED license plate lighting as well. So some of the automakers will kind of cheap out on that and try and make that incandescent. Let's go ahead and pop open the cargo area. And in the cargo area, we're going to have about 20 cubic feet of space as a maximum around 97 cubic feet, for this Grand Highlander. So a ton of room overall. But let's talk about the lighting, because I think that's an area that definitely surprised me in a good way with this Grand Highlander. First of all, you'll see that we have these lights here on the side. These lights shine down to really make it super easy to see everything in the cargo department of the Grand Highlander. Just be aware, Like I said, this model has a lot of accessories. None of this is standard. You do have to option this on. It's a couple $100 here and there for all of these lights that you'll see throughout, including things like the Grand Highlander badge that's going to be illuminated here on your scuff plate, as well as the Toyota badge. I believe we have a couple $1,000s worth of lighting elements optioned on this model, so just keep that in mind. It's not standard equipment. But there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the interior, so let's go ahead and get into that. But first, if you're new here, we're brothers, and we've been reviewing cars since we were 12
and 16. We started young, and since then we've reviewed over 2,000 cars at every price point.
No matter what you're looking for, from our long-term vehicle videos to our side-by-side comparisons, we'd love for you to subscribe to be a part of our Car Confections family.
Let's learn a lot and have some fun with all the latest cars.
All right, so let's check out the interior of the Grand Highlander. Once I put my hand behind the door handle and it goes ahead and unlocks, you'll notice that all of your interior dome lighting turns on. I am noticing that all of the dome lighting inside this cabin is LED, so happy to see that. It definitely makes getting into the cabin a pretty bright experience overall. And of course, you do also have things like the illuminated scuff plates over here on both the driver and passenger side. Once again, keep in mind that is an extra cost, but it definitely kind of improves your nighttime experience. Go ahead and shut up the door. We'll go ahead and start it up. All right, so we went ahead and transitioned into a first-person perspective so we could take a look at details such as the headlights. So this is your low beam right here. You can see that shining on the pole right now. I'll go ahead and flip on the high beam. As you can see, the high beam is pretty good. Of course, auto high beams are standard equipment here on the Grand Highlander, so that's definitely a nice touch to be standard. And we'll go ahead and insert in a clip of us driving this on a country road at nighttime. These headlights are pretty good. I will say that they get like a B rating for me. They're projector LEDs, so that's definitely a pro, and they are pretty bright at nighttime, but certainly some of the rivals have more luxury level headlights, and these are just going to be kind of mainstream in their overall performance. Now, let's take a look at our gauge cluster. It's a 12.3-inch digital setup. You have a lot of customizability. The resolution looks good at nighttime. And then let's come back to the steering wheel. Steering wheel is going to be just a traditional leather-wrapped one. All of your buttons have a white illumination. So as you can see on both the left and right-hand side, nice white illumination, and these are going to be physical buttons, so I appreciate that. Over to the left-hand side of the steering wheel, see if I can get the camera to focus there. All of those buttons are finished in a white color, so they're nice and easy to see at nighttime. Here's your auto high beam turn on function. They just, click that, and then that will stay on or off. And then here's your heated steering wheel button. You have the orange illumination for that. Your window switches are also illuminated. Here are your window switches. One thing I am noticing, though, is the memory seat buttons are not illuminated, so hopefully you don't need to do that at nighttime. There's no lights in the door handle grab itself, so I'm pretty disappointed by that. You won't be able to see where to grab at nighttime. And then also I'm a little disappointed in the fact that there's no ambient lighting, really, quite frankly. For a vehicle, this is costing $60,000 as tested today. There is zero ambient lighting throughout the cabin. So nothing on the door trim, nothing on the dashboard. You do have some lights, kind of illuminate things, but definitely no customizable ambient lighting. That certainly would have been a nice touch, that's for sure. In the center console, no lighting in there either, so it's just going to be a pretty big black pit. In front of that, we have our buttons here. Those are also finished in the white color. You have a traditional shifter. Just pull back for drive, bump to the left for manual shifting. Let's go into reverse. When you're in reverse, you have a 360 camera on this model, and the resolution is really good. It doesn't get too grainy at nighttime. We've complimented that on previous Toyota and Lexus products, so definitely happy to see the camera system. It's very solid. And then let's talk about some other elements. You'll see that we have our start-stop switch here, our 360 camera button, and then all of your USB ports, I'm happy to tell you, are illuminated. So you have your illuminated button USB port there, and over here on the passenger side. Some of the brands cheap out on the illumination, so I'm happy you'll at least be able to see the USBs. And then let's go ahead and look at our climate controls. Really simple adjustment for this. It's a 3-zone setup. You have heated and ventilated seats. The heated seats are finished in the red color. The ventilated seats are oddly enough finished in green. I'm not really sure why they went for a green color, but overall, very simple to use, and they all have illumination on board. As far as the screen itself, it's a 12.3-inch main infotainment screen, wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and resolution on this is just like any other Toyota product. Nice and good resolution. Definitely doesn't look grainy at nighttime. And then over on the left-hand side, you'll notice that our volume knob is going to be illuminated as well. We have an 11-speaker JBL sound system on this model. It's okay. It's not great. Certainly some of the other options in this segment will give you a better sound system, but it's going to be good for those of you that like bass. Now, if we come up to the mirror, we have an auto-dimming interior mirror, so I'm happy that you won't be blinded inside the cabin. You have the HomeLink remotes right there. We have the dash cam built in. And then let's take a look at some of the other things, such as the sun visor. So the sun visor... your lighting here is actually incandescent, so I guess we did find some incandescent bulbs inside this cabin. That's just going to be for your mirror. And then let's see what the glove box looks like. Do we have illumination in here? Yes, we do, and that is going to be an LED illumination. Now, back up here to the top, you'll see that all of our moonroof controls are illuminated in the white color. You can also turn on all of your interior lighting with the press of the button there. And once again, like I mentioned, these are all LEDs for the main dome light. And then we have the optional panoramic moonroof on this particular tester. All right, so let's check out the rear seat area of the Grand Highlander. Of course, that's an important element. Hopping back into the rear, I do want to point out you don't have the same Toyota logos or anything here in the rear, and we also don't have the illuminated scuff plates in the back either, so keep that in mind. We have the dome lights that go on the ceiling there. It definitely illuminates pretty much everything as you're getting into the rear of this vehicle, and let's go ahead and get inside. Shut it up. Here's your full view of the interior from the back seats. Nothing too crazy because there's not really any ambient lighting or anything like that, but let's go ahead and take a look at our features. So our features are heated back seats back here. You have your own climate zone as well, so you can adjust your temperature and everything back here. You have lighted USB ports as well. So I'm happy that they have illumination for all of those controls, including the USB ports. However, there's a household outlet down here that you can't see because that does not have any illumination whatsoever. Over on the door, the only thing that's going to be illuminated is your window switch itself. So that pretty much concludes the interior tour when it comes to lighting. I have to say I'm pretty disappointed that we don't have any interior ambient lighting. For those of you that know, we actually own a 2025 Toyota Camry, and that has at least some interior lighting, ambient lighting. This does not have really anything at all. So pretty disappointed in the fact that Toyota could have done a lot more, especially when it comes to a $60,000 vehicle for lights at nighttime. However, I do like the fact that all of the USBs and stuff are illuminated so you can easily see where to charge things, which I think is pretty important for a family. And guys, that's it for our night review of the 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander. If you're looking to buy one or any new vehicle, we would encourage you to go to carconfections.com/newcarquotes to get the best price. It's also going to give you access to invoice pricing information, which is a great tool to use while dealership negotiating. If you'd like to take advantage of that, as well as things like our monthly payment tool, you can find a link to that down below in our video description, as well as a pinned comment at the top of this video. Now, we do want to point out, of course, when it comes to pricing, we went ahead and totaled up how much you might expect to pay for the lighting elements that you've seen on this particular model, but keep in mind this particular tester as tested today is sitting a little over $60,000. And hopefully you enjoyed watching this night review. Like I said, you can see a lot of daytime reviews, but not so many at nighttime. And of course, owning a vehicle at nighttime is an important part of the ownership experience. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. By subscribing, you're going to be a part of our Car Confections family, and we'd love to welcome you in. We promise you won't regret it. We'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies, and good night.